Hey, Bob. Hi, Amy. Hey, Black Beast. And Jason. Hi, Opakia. How is it going? Good morning, Shelly. Hi, Missy Demeanor. My desk is a mess. Well, Jason is going to be joining us today. Hello. I think I sent something to you. Accept request. Accept request. Good morning.
Hi, everybody. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
How is it going? Hi, Nicole Carter Combs. Are we having a good Monday so far? I am. I got everything done so far.
So far, so good. How was your weekend? What'd you do? So I know tell everybody what we did.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. On Sunday, we wanted to go to the Andersonville Midsummer Fest, and so we did. My goal was to get a corn dog, and also to just the sense of not wanting to have FOMO, fear of missing out, because so many times, like, when you live in Chicago, at least for me, it's like, I'll be like, oh yeah, there's a festival. Oh, okay. Well, just kind of like, oh, I forget about it or whatever. Or there's been times where I completely forget that we live along a gorgeous lake and, I really should get out there and walk along the lake. So this year, I really want to make sure that, when there's fun festivals and things like the Midsummer Fest and just any of these festivals that are in Chicago, let's go to them, even if we just go for a little bit. So with the guise of, oh, we're just going over to Paper and Pencil, we got in there and we did a nice little tour of everything. I got my corn dog. We saw some vendors out on the street who were there at Chicago Stationery Fest, so that was fun.
Yeah, if you guys were at Chicago Stationery Fest, Muji was there. So
yeah,
I got a couple of stickers from Muji. And then we went to Paper and Pencil. I actually I was very good.
I was shocked that you got as minimal as you got.
I got these two little stamps.
I was like, what? He was like, hey, I'll be outside. I'm like, okay. Like after just 5 minutes.
I had gathered a whole ton more, but I was like, no. Summer, no. I need to be good.
I didn't get anything. I didn't.
He does that all the time, though.
But the thing of it is, though, because Jason and I were talking about shopping our own stash, and I'm going to set up in my studio. Eventually, I'm going to do it in my closet when I get my closet in my studio turned into this like organized masterpiece. But I'm just going to set up a couple of my shelves that have all my unused planners, all my unused notebooks, unused things. So I can be like, oh, what do I mean? Because I got a lot of it. So I don't even really need to get anything.
And it wasn't even just that shopping our own stash, but that like we could shop each other's stash.
Now that's where we get into a conversation. He's like, why don't we just put all of our stickers together in one big place? I'm like, well, where would that place be? Up in my office? I'm like, oh, no. No. Well, I'm really weird about my sticker. I would gladly have you... No, I know, Jason. Let's set up our stores in our own offices, and then you can come down and shop in my store, and I can go up and shop in your store.
I don't know that this.
And then we can have like specials. Maybe. Like if you come down to Rob's store today, you'll get blah blah blah. You get to get 2 washies for the price of 1. And
the problem is, I like all my stuff, but
I know I love all my stuff, and I'm like, no.
I know that's the funny thing. I just really don't think Rob uses his washi or stickers very much, and so
yes, I do. Hello. Washi.
All right, so welcome everybody. Good morning. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I'm going to be filling in for Nikki on like an occasional Monday morning. So, in the summer. So maybe like 5 Mondays. Today, and a couple in July. I know everybody, the Peanuts layouts are so cute.
I know. I love Peanuts
I'm much more of a Coffee Monster person. So I
Look
love
at
my
that
coffee
one.
monsters.
I love that one too.
These are my coffee
I
monsters.
mean, it's just. And I have this huge pack. Where do I have it? Of Charlie Brown stickers. I don't know where it is.
So
right
I'm not
now.
sure that people know how much you love peanuts.
Oh,
So
I
like
do.
Rob has loved Charles Schultz since I met him, which was like 25 years ago.
Since I was this big.
And so he has all of the anthologies of
I have every single strip he ever did from the very, very beginning. I mean, the day I found out that I really was like emotionally attached to Charles Schultz was when he was dying and he had to like end his strip. And on that day, it was so emotional. I remember reading it and crying. And then I saw him on TV with the sound down. And I thought that they were doing an interview about him and his last strip. And they, like the day after his last strip, no, the day his final strip aired, he died. And I like had to leave the room and go sob crying. I just sobbed. I was like, wow. You know, like when you realize someone really had an impact on your life. But he really did. I mean, the way he drew and just his whole style and everything, I just have always loved him. I don't really collect a lot of Charles Schultz, Charlie Brown stuff, but it's just like, you know.
Rob got the washi at Paper and Pencil, and I think he got some of the stickers and washi at Tesso Life. But I'm sure you can get them on the TikTok shop too, because we don't want to be canceled.
No, but
we don't want to be
you know where
restricted.
I got this really great pack. It's from, I think it's Pipsticks, and I got it at the place out in Arlington Heights.
That is called
Kinokuniya. And it was this pack, like a packet of really great stickers. And if I find it in the next, while we're still here on the show, I will show it to you guys. But I've already used a lot of them, but they're just like the nicest stickers. Oh, wait,
and if I haven't said it, please like and share the live. Help get the word out. We want to make sure that we have a nice full group on Monday. I know that look, Mondays are crazy, right?
I mean, this is one of the stickers that was in the set. I actually combined a bunch of other Peanut stickers in here. But look at that. Like Space Charlie Brown. Look, Franklin. Linus in his space outfit with his blanket. I mean, and it's so kind of like Lost in Space, that old TV show. Look, there's Pigpen. He's dirty inside his suit, but his suit is clean.
I really have only liked Linus. So Linus has always been my favorite because I used to have a blanket and carry the blanket around with me.
Linus is my favorite too.
So I always identified with Linus. Long live TikTok. Yes, long live TikTok.
Look at this sticker sheet. Okay, so this is a whole relationship between Linus and Snoopy. And it's like, look at that. And then I love the clothesline. And it's got Linus's shirt and his blanket and his socks. I mean, that is just the cutest thing in the world. Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Rob, do you hoard the stickers or do you use, my friends called me Peppermint Patty. I always loved Peppermint Patty. She was always one of my favorite. How do you use your stickers?
I use them. I mean, I'm actually a lot better now. And maybe that's one of the reasons like I don't really go and buy a bunch of stuff because I've only used my stickers up. I mean, I get a little like, I don't want to use them because they're so cute. And it's like, no, just use them. And if you're a certain sticker sheet that you would love to maybe get again, do a little research. Is it still out there? Maybe you could get a copy of it. But I mean, I like to use my stickers. I mean, I use them.
So I use my stickers and my washi in my daily journal. So my spreads are always filled with washi and stickers, and they make me happy.
Yeah,
I don't go for an aesthetic. I go for like whatever's floating my boat. So I don't care if they're ugly. So ugly is the goal for me. Like
Chicago.
Let's see. What did I do yesterday? I did my Muji stickers yesterday. Let's see. I'll show you. See, these are my Muji stickers I did. So I got this. These are the Coffee Monster. Actually, this is Coffee Monster, and this is like the Once More with Love. And then these are the Muji stickers. I don't know if you can see. Super cute.
And I got Richard Scary stickers, and that was like, I was so excited about that. Look at that. Richard Scary. I mean, all my childhood. It's like when I was a little kid, like I had my Charlie Brown Peanuts Treasury book, which I still have. And then I have a big Richard Scary book, you know, like what Busy Town. And then, oh, I loved it because it taught me how to draw. Like I would see how he drew all the different, and I loved that the animals wore clothing, and it was good.
So it was today in our new format, or the new format that Rob and Nikki worked out, the first 10 minutes are always like, good morning, let everybody kind of get in. So if you're new here, make sure you follow Rob. Make sure you follow all the people in the chat too. And then like and share so that we can get more people to come and
continue to grow our audience.
I know I'm a little shameless, so I don't mind.
I feel like
won't do it.
I feel kind of like it's kind of fun because it's like I feel like there's this new wave of group of stationary talk people that have come in, and it's just kind of fun. It's like, oh look, the new people, and it's just fun. This community is such a great community. Anyone who comes in here is always like, this is such a great. We just love this community. It's so much fun. I mean, that's one of the reasons that we do this show is because we just love making contact with you guys and having like a daily connection with you, and also too to just continue to grow and get more people.
So not to cut Rob off, but I want to make sure. So today on every Monday going forward is going to be Planner Day, right? Because Rob's special gift is that he has been using a planner since I met him, like every day. And I used to tease him. And sometimes his jokes are all about the fact that like I used to give him a hard time because he would like change planners. Like he would be like, we would be at the mall and he'd be like, I'm gonna go look at the planners. Or we would be out in Schaumburg and he'd be like, I want to stop at Franklin Covey. So today is all about Rob and all about planners. And so the first sort of segment is going to be, the theme is really like, how do you set up your planner? And so I thought that Rob could show us, and then I could show you mine for the week. And then we're going to want to hear from you, like your questions, and maybe have you guys come up and show some of your planner spreads if you're around. And then Rob is going to spend some time in the sort of second half talking about a special method of planner called the Alistair method, and then we'll wrap up. So that is what's on today's show. So we're glad you're here. So Rob, let's talk about your planner.
Okay. Well, I did a post yesterday about it. I'll turn my camera around so we can see. Whoops. Wait. All right. Go away. Go away. Oh, wait, good. That's my computer. We'll close that. This is my iPad that cracked. Oh my God. So I got a new one. Don't worry. Anyway, okay. So
the misadventures of Rob Dorn.
I know. I added my little, and we're going to be talking about this in a little bit, but I added it as a tip out, fold out. And so I have the first week, 3 days.
So Rob, can I ask you a question? So like, how do you decide what you're going to do for the week?
You know, I have been like experimenting with different ways of doing it. This year for me, I really just wanted to go full out and explore all the different kinds of planners that I'm interested in, different planning techniques, how to do a, what's the word I want to use? A hybrid of the bullet journal and a planner. So it's kind of funny. I mean, every week has been different for me. I mean, this was one of my weeks, very elaborate. Another one of my weeks. This is my month page. But then like last week, it started out so simple and it just turned into like a big lots and lots and lots of stuff going on. So what I'm trying to do this week is, and then this was last week, kind of the same thing, but not as bad. I mean, it's kind of like the thing is, you kind of know how to navigate your page. But I really wanted to try and keep things simple. So what I did was I'm just going to use the whole space kind of like as a daily record of events as things happen. And then I given myself one extra page, which is an insert from another Wonderland that I have, which is undated. So I just have been like taking out the pages and using them as inserts. And so then I have like a full page I could do of notes, another page of notes, and then the rest of the week here. So the week is sort of divided into two sections, Monday through Wednesday, and then Thursday through Sunday. And so what I want to do is try to keep my to-do list as kind of like a running to-do list. And so that's what this is. And we're going to talk about this. It's kind of a combination to-do list and habit tracker for the week. And so that's what I've got going for this week. And I'm excited because I've given myself more real estate. Like before, I just had this amount to write in. And so it got really, crazy. But I have this week to sort of, and the thing I want to talk about is, how do you keep your to-do list so that you don't have to keep writing it every day? See, normally I would be writing the big long to-do list, and before I knew it, it would get completely out of control. I wouldn't be able to finish any of these to-dos, and then I would just get frustrated with myself. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit. So why don't you show them your spread now, Jason?
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I use a Marks style planner. And so my planners, if you can see, it's called the Marks Style Weekly Vertical Planner. And I love it because I don't have to add the tabs. They're already built in. And so what I do, I need it to be really simple. I need my planner to be really simple. So in my planner, I have it has the month and then it goes the weeks. Well, it's French. I think it's Japanese too, Johnny, I think, but maybe I'm wrong. So what I actually do, the first thing I do is I go through, and so this is what the weekly spread looks like. And I like it because I have like room every day, and then I have a huge box over here to do my to-do lists. And so I go through like what's happening. Like I've got, we have dog training on Wednesday, especially in the summer. I like have a different sort of set of requirements where like I know I have school all day, where in the summer every week is going to be a little different. So I kind of added all my, like I have a wedding on Saturday, and I'm meeting friends on Thursday for a stationary barbecue. And so I go through and I add all my agendas.
I love that planner. It's really cool, you guys.
And then and it's very fountain pen friendly. And then I go through and I add my Coffee Monster stickers to give it some sort of visual appeal, just so that I am organized. Like I have softball on Sundays, so I put the games for softball. So I just went through like all the things that are happening. And then what I typically will do, the second thing I'll do is I use these mild liners, and they're really light pastel-y. This is the Marks Style A5 Weekly Vertical Planner. I love this planner, you guys. I have had a million planners, and this is the first planner that fits what I need, right? And everybody has a different thing. Everybody needs different things.
Show them the other one as an alternate, because I love that one too.
So I also have over here, I have another Marks style planner, and it looks like this. And I put it in my my Paper Republics because all know I love a journal. And so this is a little different. It doesn't have the tabs on the side. But what I like is that it's really simple. So it's like the day has the day here, and then it's still the week grid, but it's only half the page. Mark Style. Yep. That's if you Google it's like Mark apostrophe style. Um and this one is also a Mark's calendar.
I love all
This
the
one is
notes on the
actually
bottom.
Japanese, so if you get it, like it has all the Japanese subway stations, which will be helpful when I go to Japan. I'm looking for the
I really like it because it
yeah.
has a lot of room for notes on the bottom that
So
don't
this is
necessarily
Mark's
have to be
edit.
tied to the day.
This is a Mark's edit, and this is a Mark's style. And the Mark's company is the main. They also make journals. Yeah, Mark's style. Yep. You can get. They actually now have 16-month calendars. So if you order it now, you'll get it from. It'll be September 2026 through December 27. So I really like it, and that's how I think. I think of like first, what do I have to do, and I'm being very goal oriented this summer. So with the next thing I'm going to do is like add all my workouts in here, and then I'll probably the next step will be to add all my meal preps. So that is what I'm going to do. We're glad you're here, Bree. So this is kind of how I organize my planner.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And it's been really helpful for me. I love my Hobonichi, but the Hobonichi's turned into a journal, like a daily, basically like a daily diary of events, like and it's really, chunky. But I kind of need. Some people like to have like one thing and it's everything. I know Rob kind of prefers that. I need to have each book be something separate. So that I know that when I grab this book, all I'm doing is doing a journal. And when I grab this, all I'm grabbing is my agenda for the week. So it helps me my brain stay organized. Cause I have a different kind of ADD than Rob does. Like we have we struggle with very different problems. And I have to have a very, very systematic organized so that nothing crumbles, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And I need to be super loose and freeform with mine, but still I need to, that makes me have to reel myself in. So like my constant struggle is reeling myself in. And that's why I'm experimenting this year with so many different things. I'm starting up my sticker business and all that kind of stuff. So I'm wanting to really, really get that going and getting that organized. Because it's just kind of like, someone like me has to be reminded, you kind of need to know what you're going to be doing next month, Rob, if you're going to be doing this, and it's like, oh, yeah. Oh, you're right. Okay, so like I actually, believe it or not, I have planned out the whole remainder of the year of what things I'm going to be making and creating. So it's pretty cool. But it's like but now I have this structure. So I'm like really kind of excited about it because it's one step to making it actually become a reality, So yeah, I love those 5-year journals, Mimi. I think those are so cool. I think I want to try and do that next year.
Yeah. So you can order from like, if you're interested in looking up the Mark style, they have them on the Zon. They also have them on their own website. If you look up Mark's style or Mark's edit.
Yeah.
I've been really struggling to find. I tried the Weeks. I tried an A6. I mean, I tried so many different versions of a Hobonichi, and none of it fit right.
Right. It's tough. That's one of the things, like for me, like the size matters. It's true when it comes to a planner. It's like I have and I keep showing my planner has been named Cynthia. Is just, I love it, but it's chunky, so that's its own. It basically has become its own thing, which is just my creative planner, and it's all it is just creating images and fun things and just all that kind of stuff. And then for my business stuff, Jason suggested I create a manifestation journal, which turned also into my business journal planner. And so I'm treating this as very bullet journal like the way I'm doing this. But in here, I'm just writing out all the manifestation stuff, all the stuff that I want to do, and working things out and journaling about it, which is the most important part because it gets that thing moving, that thing meaning my brain. And
I mean,
so,
and one
yeah.
of the things that I find that planning, like using a planner, can help you. Like, I think that if you are a goal oriented person, or if you want to accomplish things, you've got to be able to like know what you want to happen, and you've got to be able to sort of visualize right, Pages by Eloise. You need to be able to visualize what you want it to be, and without being able to actually like see what it's supposed to be, you might not get anywhere. And it doesn't mean that you're not talented. And this is just for me. I can only speak for one tool, right? Anything I say, I want to say this very clearly, like, is what I have found that works for me. And so I am not putting any of my opinions really on other people, but I'm really talking about what I know needs to happen for myself. So I just want to put that caveat, because I think that there's been a lot of judgment kind of circling around, at least in the TikTok FYP that I get. I was like, woo. But for me, I need to be able to see I need to be able to know what I want my goals to look like.
Yeah.
So that I can then put the steps in place to actually happen.
Okay, go ahead.
And so I use my planner to hold me accountable. I use actually my morning pages and my planner to hold me accountable to those things.
Can we
And
talk
that's how
about
I use my-
scripting for a moment? Because I've seen this term now a couple of times, and I just want to get an idea of what that method is. The scripting method in journal writing. Now, is that basically you're writing out what you want your world to be? So you're writing it almost as if it's already happened, and you're describing it. What would my booth look like if I was at a trade show? What would my store look like if I had one? You know, is it that kind of thing? And then writing about it is.
I think I'm gonna simplify it. It's and Pages by Eloise, exactly. It's like, rather than saying I want this to happen or I wish this would happen, it's like I am this, or I have accomplished it.
Right. That's what Pages by Eloise is saying.
Yeah.
She goes, writing it as if you've already done it, as if you're in it.
Yeah. And there's a new book that a friend recommended called Mind Method. And it's really about the science of manifesting. And that there's actually some sort of scientific evidence to support that manifestation really helps. Yeah. So it's really about verb tense. And the idea that the past versus the present. And so, or the future. So wishing for something or wanting something is very different than owning something. And so it's like the difference between saying, I have this pen and I want that pen. And it helps you visualize and manifest and put it into reality. Right. And I think it's easy to do a lot of wishing and not actually visualizing.
I have a theory too, where like, okay, so as an example, I could say to myself right now, in this moment, I want an apple. Well, I know how to do that. Like I could just by thinking, I could have that apple in my hand within minutes, because I would go upstairs to the refrigerator and I would take out an apple and boom, I'd have an apple. Now I feel that anything that you want to accomplish can be basically that simple, but with just a lot more levels of what you have to do to get it. And so it's like, and this scripting thing is basically writing it as if it's actually happened or happening. I'm so excited. I'm going to the trade show and my booth is so amazing. You should see what it looks like. It's almost kind of like they say that like if you smile, your body is going to suddenly think that it's happy. You know, it's that kind of a thing that if you pretend to do something, if you pretend that you're in a really good mood just by the way you walk down the street, I mean, you eventually can, because your body doesn't know the difference. Your brain knows the difference, but your body doesn't. And the body and the brain go together. So if I'm suddenly feeling like I want to be in a good mood, that's why people like working out and stuff gets you in a good mood, because you're moving your body and you're doing things that are, you know, making it come to life, you know? And I think that if you write down things as if they've already happened, I think you kind of start to trick your subconscious into naturally gravitating towards those things, because it becomes like a natural thing. It becomes real to that subconscious. You can fool your subconscious that way.
Yeah, and I think like past a lot of it, knowing what you want to happen makes it easier to happen, right?
Yeah.
So even like letting go of this, like I know a lot of people are uncomfortable with the idea of like manifesting and like the law of attraction, like there. But I
Lots
think
of
if you
woo-woo
don't know
stuff.
what it means, if you don't know what you want to happen, you can't actually break down the steps. Like I want to make a cookie, but until I visualize what kind of cookie that I want to make, I don't know what ingredients I need, if that makes sense. So it allows you to provide more clarity and more specificity. And exactly, sometimes I get overwhelmed. Like I want to make a cookie, but I don't know so having a very specific vision for what my outcome will be allows me to have all the steps and ingredients. I know that if I'm making a peanut butter cookie, I need peanut butter, right? And so it's really helpful for me to be able to, okay, not only do I want to have this, I want this thing to happen, but I want this this very specific thing to happen. And I now know the steps that I need to take. And so part of it is the idea of manifesting and like putting energy in something and it
We're kind of
expands.
doing it all the time and we don't even know it.
And
Like, it's
I
like
also think, yeah, it allows you to plan. It allows you to literally
Yeah.
plan.
It's a matter of lassoing it and actually making it work for it. Like, I mean, I was really, you know, if you can live your life by like, I'm just going to wake up today and see what happens. You know, people live their lives like that. But if I want to accomplish something, if I want by the end of the year to actually have a product line, I have to think about it and I have to do it in a structured way. So like every month, I'm going to come up with something new. And by the end of the year, I'm going to have a nice product line, you know? I mean, but I, instead of like getting overwhelmed in the moment and going, oh God, you know, I want to have all this. How am I going to do it? Well, once you start to just take out your trusty planner and like look through the months, and it's kind of, there's this thing that in Franklin Covey, they called it how to eat an elephant, you know, and it's basically doing it one little bit at a time, you know? I mean, you have to take the task or the goal and break it down into bite-sized pieces, and you can do it, you know, you can really, really make it detailed today and break it down to exactly what are you going to do in the moment? What's the next step to do?
And
to
I
logically get yourself towards that goal.
So I use my morning pages as a way to help me like set intention. So like, I want this thing to happen. This is my goal. This is the thing that I'm going to make happen. And so then I use my journal to like organize all of the thoughts. And then I take those thoughts and put them in here. I get really overwhelmed by a lot of things. And I get what ends up happening is I feel like I need to do something, and then my anxiety gets really, really high. And then I feel a lot of pressure, and then the anxiety and that combination actually makes me want to just go down and watch TV. And And so what I have really tried to do is like take to the tools that we have, like journaling and planners, and like digest information in a way
Right.
that calms me down and makes me go, okay, I can do this. I actually can do this. And as a teacher, I think the aha moment for me was as a teacher, I do this for my students. I break down, it's called a scaffold in education, but I create a scaffold so that my students know what to do and how to do it. And then we give them a rubric at the very beginning. So I give them a list of the expectations that I have. And I'm like, why don't I do that for myself? Like, I want to run a marathon. Okay, so like, what does that look like? That's the rubric. And then breaking it down into like, these are the things, this is how I know I'll have been successful. And then I can backwards plan, right? And so I do this for my students. I give them the clear expectations and the steps that they need to achieve their goals so that I know that how to help them. But like, I wasn't doing it for myself. I was like very much struggling with being overwhelmed and then the negative self-talk that happens when we get stuck or afraid to do something, or just I don't even know that I would get afraid. It's just like the anxiety paralyzes me. And it's not even that I'm afraid to do it, because I'm not afraid to do it, and I'm excited to do it. Like last week, I wanted to go to the gym and run, and I only did it twice. And I was like, I want to go, but the anxiety I just get frozen.
Yeah.
So
I think, and then when I'm journaling, like, I like to do thinking journaling, where it's just like, I'm just going to start thinking about something and just start writing it down and planning out what I want it to look like and blah, 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 blah. And it's just a matter of just taking a time to connect myself to the paper and just chill out. And it's a very calming experience. So it puts me into a sort of Zen state and be able to really, really give yourself the luxury of detail and just writing things out, even if it seems ridiculous to be writing out, just anything, that you want to do. Like even like I want to, clear out our pantry and redo it. So it's like instead of freaking out about having to start doing it, just sit down and just start writing out, almost like writing a little story about how you did it. And then also too, doing the scripting thing and saying, oh my God, I love our new pantry. It is so cool. I can't believe how organized it is. Look what we did. We did this and that and that. And it's just like, you kind of like, you get excited when you're writing it that way. And so then you're just kind of like, oh yeah, I want to make that happen. I mean, it really is you gotta like, our brains are so distracted these days by everything that's going around us. We have to like pull the reins and go, okay, listen, turn your phone off. We're going to sit down with just a lovely pen and paper, and we're just going to write it out. And it's a calming thing. It's so therapeutic,
Yeah, and as my camera shakes, what I really want to point out too is that like there's no right way to do any of this at all, except giving me food. You can give me food. There's a right way to give. No, I'm kidding. But like it is really important, and I think the intention for this conversation is for you to steal ideas.
Yeah.
Because creativity and organization, the best thing you can do is like go through the list of all the things that you think people are doing and try something. And if it works for you, make it your own, right? Like I see all these people using their Hobonichi weeks as a fitness journal. And I was like, that's such a great idea, except I don't want to do that. So I'm going to do the same idea and put it in my field notes. Cause this is like something I can throw in my pocket and I can just grab a pen. Like I don't have to bring this whole thing. I can just lick little. You guys just steal.
Yeah. Just borrow, steal. If you feel like you want to say, hey, listen, you gave me that great idea, great, because it just makes the other person feel good. But anytime like someone has done a post, I thought, oh, that's cool. I want to try and do that too. But just for my own sake, I go, hey, I want to borrow this. And they're always like, oh, go ahead.
So
you
I want
know.
to point out, Mookie, I'm going to point out your comment, Mookie. Mookie said, I feel like my journal pages are boring and I don't have anything deep going on, so I don't know what to write. I need you to know that most of my journal pages are stupid. Like, most of my journal pages are like me talking about the ink that I used in my pen that day. Or like, I'm going to read you a cutting of today's. This was I wrote in my journal. I got my journal all set up last night and then I crashed. So this is the next day recap. Sunday was they're boring.
Yeah.
But the point, I think, isn't that they're interesting. The point is that we build a habit, a consistency, that when things are happening, we have a place to go.
Yeah. It's like just a daily, it's like exercising. Anytime you're writing in your journal, it's just like you're just warming yourself up for the day.
I don't know that
Uh,
I can handle if my journal is gripping. Like, I don't know that I can handle a life where it was like, this week I flew to Puerto Vallarta and then this man shot me with like, I don't want my
yeah. Anytime I
journals to
look,
be like a novel that I read because then, God forbid, I don't know, that's too big, that's too busy of a life.
let's
So I think
see.
it's like we are so hard on ourselves. And the truth is, a life well lived is a boring journal.
Exactly.
Like, that means that today you were pretty content. It'll be like, I literally will talk about, I don't know if you can see, like, this is my morning pages, and I use a different pen for each page, with a different ink. And some days, my 3 pages in my morning pages is like, ooh, look at this new Platinum 3776 that I filled with my Teranishi guitar. Sometimes it is that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Jesus, in the future me is going to be like, what was wrong with this dude? Who
Or,
cares?
and I will guarantee this, and especially if someone is starting a journaling, wanting to start a journal, those first pages are going to be just like, you're going to think, oh God, this is ridiculous. Why am I writing this? Even if it's just like writing a list of what needs to be done today, or writing a list of the things you want to do to clear out your closet or whatever. But when you go back to it later, you're going to be like, oh, okay, cool. This
Mhm.
represented something authentically that I was doing.
So then,
Talking about sitting on my back deck with the dogs. And it's a paragraph and it's not even.
so
But once you've added up and you've gotten your pages filled up with stuff, then it starts. And a lot of times we don't even go back and read our journals. We just let it. It's all about the process, the therapeutic process of writing something down and getting yourself off of devices and away from the TV screens, and just
I
plugging
want to point
in.
out something. I want to sort of add on to what Beth Murphy 329 said, in that this is an A5. This is a field notes. I write my morning pages in field notes. So they are small. So it's kind of like write one thought. I was like, I'm not going to I'm not going to commit to a huge notebook. I'm going to write in this little tiny field notes. Or you could use a traveler's, you could use a TN passport size. Heck, you could use the traveler's card size, the little
I
one.
know. Start small. Eventually, because it's like I used to have big, gigantic B5 size planner, and it's like now I'm down to a B6 size, much smaller. But sometimes it's fun to just have. Look at this little. This is an A6, and I'm doing all of my business stuff in here and all of my stuff, and it's fun because it's little and I can take it with me anywhere, and I can fill it up quick, and it makes me feel productive and satisfies that feeling of wanting to get a page written out. So
So,
A6 is a great uh beginner size, I think.
so I haven't historically done morning pages in the morning. I do morning pages typically in the evening. Um, my intention for the summer, because I have a little more time, is to set intention in the morning. So that is why I am doing it in the morning. But oftentimes, even like during the last 2 weeks of school, I actually did it at lunch. Because I have like a 40-minute lunch break. But again, these are like in the intention of all of this conversation is to take what works for you. When I did the Artist Way, I didn't do the morning pages. I did them in the evening before I went to bed, and it worked for me. So take an idea, make it your own, use it in a tool that serves you. So now is our time for like Q&As. So our question is, well, we sort of have like a two-part question, which is like, how do you use your journal? What's working for you? What are you struggling with?
Questions, please?
Bueller.
Bueller.
Bueller. Or do you want to show your journal spread or...
Yeah, Mimi says she likes to do an evening, just put all her thoughts in the evening. Evening dump sounded kind of funny to me, but some of us do an evening dump. Some of us do it in the morning. But yeah, I just love to like, I don't know. For me in the morning when I write, I'm warming my brain up. I'm getting my brain going. I play my certain puzzle games that I have, you know, like an old person does, and get my brain warmed up. Coffee. I mean, it's just such a wonderful way to start the day.
I mean, I love that we're seeing a lot of things in the chat. You know, Opakia mentioned that she journals throughout the day. So does Helen. If you're a Coffee Monster fan and like the way that she's a very aesthetic journaler, but she does it all throughout the day. And she was like commenting on a couple of my videos and talking about how like her journaling has become aesthetic because she blocks off chunks in the day. Journal or Rosy Life Flow or Hobonichi Weeks.
I know, Mookie. I'm in the same place right now, too. I love Hobonichi Weeks, but this Rosy Life Planner, oh my Lord. I love it so much. So I am teeter-tottering back and forth trying to figure it out.
Yes, and just to be for clarity, Rob is not sponsored by any of these planner people.
Oh, I'm not at all.
Although
I'm not even
Wonderland 222
sponsored
did
by
send them 2 free planners.
Yeah, Wonderland 222.
I wish she was-
That was basically me grappling, going, would you please send me some planners? And I was like, oh my God, they're going to do it. Oh my God, I can't believe it.
So
That's
also
it.
make sure that if you know anyone from Wonderland 222 or Hobonichi or anyone and they would like to sponsor Rob, please send them Rob's way.
And speaking of Wonderland 222, I'm going to be giving away this ink that they gave me. I asked them, I've been talking about your Wonderland 222. People are interested. Could you send me a free, send me a planner that I can show people? And they were all for it. But then they also said, why don't we send you some? Because see, when you ask, you'll get really surprised at how generous these companies can be. And they sent me a whole bunch of things that I can give away. So one of the things I'm giving away is this Colorverse glistening extreme deep field bluish black ink. So I'm going to be giving this away.
Y'all, I literally live with him and I use fountain pens and he wasn't like, you should have this ink. He's like, no, we're going to give it to the people.
No, you already have it. They gave me one anyway. I have my own and then they gave me one to give away. It's true. Oh my God. And you can also get my sticker of Milo.
So Bree said, Rob, I thought you were waiting to buy it for next year. We made a pact. So.
Wait, thought I was doing what?
Is this about the Rosie the Life Planner?
What pact did we do? Pact? Oh God. What did I commit myself to? Are we talking about... Which planner are we talking about?
The Rosie Planner.
Yeah, the Rosie Planner. I mean, that's what I'm planning.
You're going to wait for next year.
Well, yeah, but the thing of it is, though, you have to order them sooner than later because they do all this pre-planning now, pre-orders, and so then you panic and you have to get it now or they'll run out. It's very, very disturbing and very stressful. And so I have to journal about it. So it all comes full circle.
I love that. I love that there are so many people. I think Crystal is on here. Crystal actually had a really good planner that she shared like months ago that I don't remember the name of it. That was gorgeous as well. There's so many amazing planners.
I know, it's crazy. But
that I think it is like, it can be overwhelming picking the right one. But So now we're going to pivot to the second part, the second topic of conversation, which is what I think people were talking about in the chat, which is the Alistair method, which I've
Yes.
never heard of. And so I would love Rob to explain what the Alistair method is,
Okay.
who Alistair is, where he was born.
Okay, this is the deal, you guys. So, like, I thought I made this up.
The Laconic A5. Okay.
Now, there's no such thing as anything that is brand new anymore. I just was like, I had my habit tracker, and I'm trying to do my habit tracker, and I thought, well, what if I just like wrote down my tasks in the habit tracker and then put a little dot as to which day I'm planning to do it, okay? And then I find out that this is an actual thing that a man named Alistair Johnston, who lives in the UK, came up with when he was working in his bullet journal. And he came up with this like bullet journal method so that you don't have to keep rewriting your task every single day. And it's, to me, I really, really love it because I just think it's a great idea. And if anyone is like, they have their habit trackers and stuff, or they want to do a habit tracker, but they also want to combine it, put it all into one place, because when everything is sort of like all in one place, it just makes it so much more like, I don't know, for me, it just makes me feel better. And so what I did here is, let me swap it around. I made this into one of my little pull-out things. I made this here, this guy. So now this originally was a weekly tracker thing that I have. I got this a long time ago, and all I did was, this is an A5 size, all I did was I just trimmed it down into that. And I put a little sticker that says commit on it. And so basically, what this does for you, you can just mind dump your list right down here without worrying when you're going to do it. And I've also tossed in some habits, and you can color code them if you want. And then you go through your list and you're like, first thing, take stuff to storage. Well, when am I planning to do that? And then you put a dot on the day you're planning to do it. And so if you do it that day, great. You cross it off like I did here. And if not, you maybe will put an arrow to say that you are now going to transfer it to another day, and then put the dot when you think you're actually going to be able to get to it. So like maybe you wouldn't get to it until Wednesday or whatever. But that's how basically you do it, so that you can like look at the list, you can look at what you're deciding to do on this day, and you can do it this way. Some people will have the tracker part on the left side, and then sometimes I think that's easier because you can look at it from this to that, and you can see what you're planning to do on a specific day, and then see the list and see what it is. So it's basically a method of a method of, so that you don't have to write out your task list every single day. And I attach it to my week, like, so that it's, when I'm opening up and I'm planning, oops, you know, I have it right there with me and I can see what I'm doing. So that's the Alistair method.
Rob, do you use this often?
I have been using it often, yeah.
And so how does it work? Has it been keeping you on task?
Yeah, I mean, what it is good also too is almost like a worksheet, like to sort of like plan. It's an easy way for you to visually plan when do you want to do something. You can also do it in different ways. Like if you've got a project that's like a bigger project, kind of like how I am doing my yearly product line, I can do it, but have the grid part be the rest of the year. So it would be July, August, September, October, November, December. I can write down the things that I want to produce, and I can put a dot on the, you know, on the day or the month that I want to do it. So then you can take that and apply it to your book. This way you're not going into your book and writing stuff down that you're like, oh no, I shouldn't have written it on that date. I should write it here, and crossing things off. This way it's all in one place, and it's a nice overview for you to be able to look at, you know, your plans and what you want to do. And you can have one for every single week. You could have one at the beginning of the month as a master list to then decide which day that month you want to do it. If you've got bills, you can write down your bills, and then you can like put a green dot on the day that in the little box of the day that the bill is due. It's just like a really good visual way to look at, and because I love like a dashboard and an overview. I love to be able to see, at a glance, the entire month in one fell swoop. I really, really like that a lot. It really helps my brain. And it also, like, instead of having to page through my book, like, okay, where did I put that? Where did I put that? When is this due? Then I can just look at one thing and put on a cowboy hat and a mustache and decide that just to see when it just makes it a lot easier visually, because I'm a very visual person, so it just makes it a lot easier for me.
So so you're supposed to check it off when you finish it on the day, like, because it's so. I'm looking at your list, and it has like the list on the left hand side, and then it has the day. Is it like the day of the week that you did it?
Yeah,
is that how it works?
let's do a good old, like, dissect it. Okay, so here it is. Let me move this over into the light. Crossover children, all are welcome. So I just did a random list, no order at all. Although in my brain, I kind of started with an order. So like I have like stuff to do at the house, laundry and chores and things, and then stuff with my business. Okay. So I just randomly put those out, and then I go to stop and then I write here, we have a Sunday through Sunday. This one, I like Monday start, but whatever. And then I just wrote the day of the week, 14th, 15th, 16th through the 20th. And then I'll just like go down the list and I'll say, okay, do I know when I want to take stuff to storage? If I kind of go, yes, I definitely want to do that on Monday, I will put a dot on Monday. Okay. And then as I'm going through, I might say, oh, I'm going to do my business presentation. I'll do that on Monday. So I'm putting a dot there. Now, if for some reason that doesn't happen tonight, I would either then take the dot and put it to the next day, or when I think I'll actually be able to get around to doing it, or I can do like an arrow and then add the dot. So that basically, when you look at it, you go, oh, I am going to delegate it to later in the week, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
so
just
like when you finish
but
it,
ultimately you can come up with your own dots and bullet journals and all that, the way you want to notate it.
I am weird, and I would not like checking the box. I would need to cross the whole thing off the list, because I'm telling you,
well, you would be able to.
My joy of being able to be like,
well, you can do that.
Done.
You can cross off the box, and you can cross out the thing. I think basically what this does at the end of the week, you can look at it and you can go, oh, this is when I wanted to do it. This is when I actually did it. So you can go, why did I wait 3 days to do it? Is there a better way for me to motivate myself and stop procrastinating? It's just a way for you to visually, and but yeah, if you want to cross it off any way you want to do it,
That's just that's how I feel. Like, I don't even like a digital to-do list. Like,
I
like
I might even say to myself, you know what? I'm going to organize the attic, and that's going to take me like 3 days to do. So I'm going to plan to do that on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I'm splitting it up into 3 bite-size, chunks. So I'm not going, oh my God, I have to do it on this day. But like, give yourself some breathing room. And it's just a way for you to overlook your huge task list without having to, being able to just dump it all out and then organize it in this method makes it a lot easier than having to go, okay, so I think I'm going to do this on Wednesday. And then you're like, oh shit, no, I don't want to do it then. And then yes, I said shit. And then you scratch it off, and then you're mad because you scratched it off, and then you're going to put it over here. This way, you just have these little dots. That's all you're dealing with,
Mm-hmm. I'm curious. I know Pages and Presents. Who else organizes their to-do list in this way? I'm curious. I think it's great. I don't know if I'll have to try it once, because there's a part that does it give you anxiety, or does it take the anxiety away?
It takes anxiety away from me um, because I'm trying to get my face back here. Just because I like to be able to sit down and plan and write something out before I do it. And so this could start out as a journal entry. These are the things I want to do this week and blah, 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 blah. Writing it out like a story instead of like a list. Then from that story, I can pull from that list, this what I wrote and turn it into a list. But I haven't organized it yet. I'm giving myself the luxury of just writing it down without any kind of commitment yet. And then I can go through that list, and then I have this grid where I can say, oh, I'm going to do this on Wednesday's probably the easiest day for me to get to this. And that way you can map it out for the whole week, And
Yeah,
then
let's
if you
have-
don't, you just continue the next week if you haven't finished,
Let's have Molly come up and show us her version of the to-do list.
Okie
need-
dokie.
Bagali is going to come on. I like to cross things out, and then I give myself a reward every time I cross something out. I get a new fountain pen. No, I'm kidding. I wish that was true. Could you imagine? Hi, Molly. How are you?
Hello. So sorry, I have the big headphones on because there's a lot going on. So they look ridiculous.
You look like Princess Leia.
Oh, is that it?
You think you look ridiculous, except I work at a high school with most kids walk around like that, so I'm used to it. You look normal to me.
Oh, good. Yes. So my daughter's recovering from knee surgery. She just had it a week ago. So she's
she
over here
doing?
going like, "Are you on live? Are you on live?" She is doing great. She's doing better than I expected as far as like pain management wise and things like that. And she starts extended school year tomorrow. So she has 8 weeks where she goes to school from 10:30 to 2, or from 10 a.m. to 2:30, 4 days
Okay.
a week for 8
Oh,
weeks.
what grade is
So
she in?
She's going to be a senior.
Ooh, a rising senior. Well, congratulations. It's going to be the best year ever.
I might cry between.
Yeah.
I mean, Angie's a twin, so like
You got two
my
seniors.
two only children are like all
That's
the stages of
amazing.
life at the same time.
You're going to have the best year.
I sure hope so.
You
Because
will.
this last year was horrible.
No, it's going to be, I already know it's going to be the best year.
Hey,
We can't hear you.
you can't hear me.
Oh, now
No,
we
yeah,
can.
we can.
Now we can.
Okay, I had a call coming in. Hold
Oh,
on
yeah,
just a
that's what-
second.
Happens to me all the time.
Where'd you go?
She's
I'm
going to answer the
panicking.
call. So we're going to come
Oh.
back to Molly. We're going to just leave her right there so when she comes back.
There she
I went.
is.
Oh, there you are.
I went into do not disturb, so nothing else would pop
Perfect.
through.
Woohoo! All right.
I do something really similar to Rob in that it's like I refer to it as my rolling task list. So anytime
Yeah.
something new comes on, I just add it to the bottom of the list. And then every week I go through. So let me flip my camera around if I can figure out how to do that.
I know, it's always so difficult.
How do you do that?
You tap your picture or your face,
Yeah.
and then you'll see like a little like a icon at the bottom that is like a flip icon.
If you click so I just tried it. If you click your face and then click
Yep.
the camera, you'll turn your camera off and then it'll give you a screen there you can flip it.
No.
Do you see your face? Click
I
it again.
see my. Oh,
Look at the bottom
There we
of the
go.
screen, and then you see
Got
that
it.
little next to the
yep.
camera.
Okay.
one, yeah.
So this is my
Ooh.
this is my system, and I know it looks really
No, that's just
complicated, but
It looks gorgeous, actually.
no. It looks
so
great.
I have my days of the week over here, and then all of my lists down the center. The ones at the top they get done every week, any time of the like. Sometimes like emails and messages, I do that these are all things that I do on the daily or multiple times through week, so I don't keep track of it. Then these are all, and I use this for work. I don't necessarily use it for home or personal life. And so these are all jobs that I have in the hopper. And any day of the week that I work on them, I put a little dot. Then when I finish the job and it's completely done, I draw a line to the box and I color the box out. Like this one right here, track and field. It's actually done, but like I worked on it 3 days. It's
See?
in motion. It's in motion.
I love that.
But then
That's
over
so cool.
here, because my jobs have processes that need to be completed, I check off where I'm at in the process for it to get done.
That's so cool.
Process is up there.
So, like on it, for instance, when I was doing a Nib Nerd, was it Nib Nerd or State Track stuff? I worked on it 2 days, but then I had like the design was done and approved, and then I put a circle around it because the online shop was launched, and then the online shop was closed. And X means that task doesn't apply here, so I don't invoice anybody. But then obviously, like I didn't order supplies. I have
Right.
done all of these things. This was the last rolling task list I did before school got out for the summer, and so I'm super behind. And then
Molly, could I
opposite-
ask you a favor? Could you take a picture of this and post it to your TikTok?
Yeah.
So then just tag Rob, and so that if you guys want to go actually look at it and get more information and like screenshot it and capture it, you guys can go get that on Molly's post.
Yeah, so then opposite that page is my weekly spread. So this year I'm in a Sterling Ink daily planner. So it doesn't have weekly spreads, but prior to that I was using the Common Planner. Sterling Ink's Common Planner had the really bad Tomoe River paper, and so they exchanged it for the daily. So now, and I'm in the process of doing this, I do a tip-in
Yay.
of my weekly spread.
I'm
that's
not
awesome.
alone.
And
We're
then
not
it's
alone.
and then all of my daily pages are between each tip-in.
That's
So
so
then
great.
It's
That's
it's
exactly
sections
what
out,
I do.
and then
So
my monthly is all kind of laid out. And then I use other things like these little post-it notes, those
Mhm.
little, and I think I saw Rob use these before. They're like lists and they fold over like books. So like this one's
oh
invoices
my God.
and commission checks, and then I just make a list and then I move it from week to week until it's completely empty
That
or
is so
marked up.
awesome.
And then so yeah, like that was my
That's
last
like a little book
Okay.
sticker thing that you can
Can
get.
we just pause for just 1 minute? Can
Yes.
everybody who's interested go follow Molly so that you can be there when she posts this? Because this is super helpful,
Yeah.
and I really want to make sure that everybody can like go gather that information.
Also, these highlighter strips I make and cut on my Cricut. So they're washi stickers that I make. And then all of my headers, those are washi stickers too.
That's awesome.
I just peel them off. It took me forever to figure out the right font size to get them to fit within the boxes and that kind of stuff. But now I have it saved in my system. I change the colors of these all the time.
I love that.
And then
That's
I just
really
print
gorgeous.
off sheets of them and then use them.
I just love that because, I mean, once again,
it's so good.
dashboard. I mean, you can just look at
Yes.
it and see it all in one place. I love the way you do this. I'm so inspired.
and then sometimes I'll do like a daily to-do list on a post-it note that was like, these are my priority things.
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't necessarily keep track of that stuff. My weekly spread is split up between like my kids and my husband's schedule, weather, and then this is other things. Like this is mostly like, this is my personal and work space to work within. Like I just need to know where my family's at, and then I
Yes.
need to know all the things that I have going on.
Wonderful.
So
We do something similar, that we have like a family calendar, and then that's digital. And then I take everything that I need and put it in paper. So I love that.
Yeah.
yeah, and then
This is fantastic, Molly.
I'll see
I
if I
know.
can find another one. Other things that I've done is like, this is by Stalogy. This is like a giant calendar sticker that I used. And then I created a key that has like, so I use this to track data for the school. Like the school is saying that they're doing one thing and my lived experience is different. So I kept track of everything on a calendar,
That's really helpful.
the good old IEP thing. And so it's color coded based off of like, did we have excessive communication, that type of stuff. And then here is, these are like SDI minutes. So
You need to
one
post
thing,
this, Molly.
so one
And
thing
where
that
did you
Joanna
get the
was,
little sticker? Where did you get that sticker? Is
I
it-
think I ordered them from Jet Pins. I have 3 different kinds.
Those so cute.
And let me see. This one is like, does it say on there what it is? No, this one just has like a weekly spread, a week spread.
Uh-huh.
And then this one this is like a
Oh
times
my,
table. So this was her
wow.
class schedule of when class started and when class ended. And then I wrote down what time she started her SDI minutes, and she learned to call me or text me right when her minutes got done. And so, for instance, so the big issue with this, like long story shortish, is they were issuing her SDI minutes during her open period. As a junior and senior, you had open periods where you could leave campus. And we argued that it was a civil rights violation.
Yes,
But
for sure.
eventually we kind of in the face of collaboration, we're like, fine, you can use the minutes. And so she was supposed to be receiving 15 minutes of SDI time at the beginning of her open period. And they were using it during passing period, or they were only providing like 4 minutes and not the full 15 minutes because Joanna was coming out to the car on her open before the time was up. So we started keeping track and then we presented them with all of the information. Like,
Real quick, before we have a whole ton of people asking this. So
okay,
Molly is talking. There's two things. Molly is using the Book Friends folding book sticky notes that you can get on
yes,
Jet Pens. They are
yes,
320. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have like 9 different options.
Oh, here they are.
They're called Book Friends Folding Book and Sticky Notes. So that's the first thing. And so for those of you who don't know what an IEP is, that's like kids get an individual. Some kids get an individual education plan, and Molly's referring to this maybe their child who's not getting the appropriate accommodations that they're
right.
legally allowed to have.
Yeah, it's just a way for us to hold the district accountable for the things that are written into our IP. So, yeah, I
Which,
just found
Molly,
my,
you really need to share this because this would be a hack that most parents would love.
oh, yeah, the problem is like it doesn't work well for little kids. I'm fortunate that my daughter's in high school and I've trained her like you are to call me right when you get done, right? Like this is a way of keeping track. But yes, I have these. This is the timetable. So this is where I filled it out and wrote down her high school
That's so
schedule.
cool. I love that.
Yay, the pen show.
The pen show. So I wrote down her schedule and I wrote in things like when she has advisory. This right here is like her open period, right? So this is what we're really tracking here, but it has everything laid out. Then this is the weekly spread that I showed you, and I can't find the actual book of those right now. So Monday and then Saturday and Sunday are doubled up on the end. And then the to-do list. And that was the one I showed you easily. And I do like my invoice commission checks. Like who do I need to invoice and who do I need to write a check to? And that's what I use this little
That's really
post-it note
cool.
for.
Again, this product is by the company called Book Friends. And you can
Yes.
see it's called the Folding Book Sticky Notes. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 or 10 versions of the product. They're all about $3. And they look, I'm ordering some right now.
Give me some.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this was
so
my Chicago pen show. Like
it was
the
so great meeting you.
stuff.
It was so great.
It was so fun.
Yeah, it was wonderful. It was so great seeing.
Also,
I know the
too,
Crystal's on here. I got to hang out with Crystal. Crystal saw me like completely overwhelmed by getting my pens grounded, ground,
Ground.
grinded. Grinded?
ground. I think,
Ground.
and so I was
Ground?
like, oh my god, I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this for months. So that's a really
Here,
thank you so much for sharing this.
Yeah,
here is one that
seriously.
I laid out and didn't even start. Like here is a blank. This is what I set up at the beginning of every week. So
Oh
it
my
starts like
God.
this.
I love that. It's suitable for framing.
You can also get
Sure.
them on jet pens in the lead. So I'm looking at them right now. There's like removable calendar stickers.
Okay, see, this is, oops, she disappeared. This is the reason I do what I'm doing, that we're doing. I love to have someone come up show us how they do their planner, and
And just
I
mic
get
drop.
tingles in my brain, and I get so excited and so inspired. Like, it's just the best thing in the world. This is the best resource. And then we find out what kind of tools do they use? Where can you get them? I mean, I never knew about these little calendar book, cute little book stickers that you
I'm
can
literally
fold
ordering
open
them
and
right
see
now.
them. I'm just like, hello. It has Rob Dorn written all over it.
What
That
I
was-
love about
that was
what
wonderful.
what I love about the community is that everybody's got such great ideas that they've completely made their own.
Mhm.
And when you're struggling with something, like reaching out to the community, because people have always, Rob, bring Molly back up.
Oh, sorry.
He
Molly.
doesn't always pay attention.
I'm looking for.
There's so many great ideas, and we can learn and grow from each other. And like, so I love that. I just love that there's so many better options than what you're struggling with.
There we go.
There. That way I can answer questions without trying to. Oh, my sister just said hi. What a fun surprise.
Oh, hi, sister.
So people asked about the post-it notes, but what about, was there anything else?
Yes, they wanted to. They
Oh.
were asking about those monthly stickers, and those
The
you
sti-
also got from Jet Pens, right?
Yes. They
Nikki's
look like,
off. So everyone, Nikki's off on Mondays, so I'm gonna be for the summer coming in and helping out.
so I got them. I actually bought these at like a stationery store where I found them, but I've seen them on Jet Pens as well. But they're Stalogy and they look like that.
Nice.
So
I
there's a
love
place
that
for
kind of
notes at the
stuff.
top. You can write in your dates, circle the month, that type of things. Originally, I got these to like stick on the fridge at home with everybody's stuff, but they've been really instrumental for tracking data because I can just stick them in.
I want to, one thing I want to do is create like pads, like paper pads of like an A6 size, B6 size, an A5 size, but that would have a very generic version of something like this on
Yep.
it so that you
Yep.
could turn it into
You can just stick
whatever
it
you
in.
wanted. Like even something that would have like a grid on one side and a grid on the other side too. So that you can really just organize it. I just think it's such a great idea. But I also like the idea of having a monthly one that has 31 days to it. I mean, that would get to
Yep.
be a little bit wide.
And I think
but
Stalogy or whatever, they make several different versions of those stickers.
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now, and they have to-do list undated monthly and undated weekly, and then they come in a variety of different sizes.
Yes.
and see, like in my Wonderland here, I have this thing, which is basically a habit tracker. But it could be the master list. It could be I could do it all sorts of ways.
I'm looking at the Wonderland. Is it Wonderland?
Yeah.
I'm looking at them for next year. I've used Sterling Ink for the last, since 2023. And I switched because I liked the minimalist approach to it, and their daily pages did not have dates on them.
Yeah.
So I was using the Common Planner, which is set up just like the Hobonichi Cousin. But then this year I just had really bad luck with paper and trying to get that sorted out with them. It was almost like
Apparently next year they're going to
the
be going
customer
back
service
to
part of
Tomoe
it
River.
wasn't the best experience, and I got them to exchange it out for a new journal as opposed to just giving me 20% back. And I'm like, I don't want your $2. Like
No.
your refund is $2.
Yeah,
Like it doesn't.
help.
No.
No,
So
I
just
want
send me a
something
new
that works.
journal. And then I switched to something that was known for having the right paper, which was the daily, because it was
But-
produced after the first batch of Common Planners.
It's why I
I
like
hate
the
it.
Marks Planner, because the paper quality is exceptional. I don't have any bleed. I basically exclusively use fountain pens, and I'm
Right,
going to
me
show
too.
you.
And that's why I had so many problems.
I don't have any bleed. Here, I'll show you. Like, I don't have any bleed at all through my. This is like the next day, right? Like, I don't have any bleed. And
Does it
so
have
this-
like daily pages?
It doesn't, which is what I didn't want it to have a daily page.
Oh,
because
Yeah.
I don't, in my life, I'm not that busy. Like I don't need a date. Like for work, for school, I use the Avec and I love it. Love my Avec because it's perfect for a teacher because it splits into two. So like you get two books and like
Right.
at the end of June, then I can throw that one away and put it in the bonfire and then like start fresh with the new school year. And so it's perfect
Yep.
for me. But in my life, I don't want to like I use my Hobonichi for my journal. So that's how I use this.
Yeah,
So
and for me, it was a matter of like, I didn't want stuff in so many different places, right? So, like, my daily
100%.
pages become like my junk journal or my daily reflection or whatever I feel like, putting in for that day. Sometimes it's blank, sometimes I just do a big picture. Like, it's anything goes. But that's why I like the common planner better than the daily one that I have now because I get my month, I get my weeks. And then if I need to use 3 pages for one day, I can. Or if
Yeah.
I need a half a page for one day, I can because I'm not limited to something that has the date on it.
Yeah. So, and I'm a little different because I was saying earlier, like I like everything to have a separate book. Like I literally like to have.
I'm trying.
It just helps me. It keeps my brain
I have
organized.
these now, Ed, but I don't use them.
Yeah, I just have three in my ecosystem.
I mean, this is what I use every day. This is my calendar. This is my journal, and this is my morning pages and my workout, and it helps because I only take the one thing I need, and I don't have to
Right.
like have one giant book that has everything in it. And then I'm like scared if I take it to the gym is like, am I gonna lose it? And then I'm not gonna know what happens, and
Right.
my anxiety
Yeah.
starts to get high.
I guess I have like I have one journal that like if I listen to podcasts or lectures or something like that I take notes in.
Yeah.
But then I took a class at Tandy Leather and made this journal cover
Oh, that's cute.
with a pocket.
ooh, I love the
Um,
stitching. That's cool.
Yeah, it's just red stitching
Nice.
with a pocket on natural, so it'll patina. And then it's just got like Amazon books in it. And I have
Yeah.
one that I started that's like a little sketch and
I love
sticker.
it.
I mean, sketchbook type stuff.
Yeah.
But then I got like the mystery box from Atlas that came with the narwhal pen and the ink, and then it came with those little notebooks.
Yeah.
That's what that was. So the little notebooks, I made this journal cover.
I
So
love
it's
it.
got like the raw edge.
Yeah.
And then I think I split it. How did I split it up? One of them is like stationary swap addresses. So if I participate in a stationary swap, I write down their address. So then later, if I want to just send people a surprise at some point, I have their
I love
address
it.
and then it becomes part of Snail Mail. I have a currently inked book of things. Like each month, I just make a swatch of all of my pins and what's inked. And then I have one that is like business ideas.
I love it. I mean, it just what I hope that and my intention for today is that you guys find something that you can take and make your own. Because the truth is that the best advice I can give you is to figure out what works for you and live in that, right?
Right.
Because we're all so different. And like if you as a teacher, I see students learning, I have 150 students and they all learn in 150 different ways. And so the best thing you can do is to take something that is yours, that is someone else's, and make it yours and
Yeah.
figure out how to use it that makes it authentic and totally yours. Because
Right.
there's no right way to do anything except it's my way.
Because if there's the way they're doing it, and you like it, there's a hesitation. You're like, well, yeah, but I don't want to. Then how would you solve it? Then you're immediately now turning it into your own thing. But you were inspired by like Molly's
Yeah, my
way of doing
system
it.
is constantly evolving.
Yeah, that's the other thing
Exactly.
too.
And
Yeah.
it
Always
should.
changing.
Because we change, right? I mean,
Well, and then when you have ADHD, you need to change it to get that dopamine hit, or then it just
Exactly.
I mean, like, I'm trying to think of how am I going to mix it up for the summer because obviously, like, it works really well during the school year when I have so many things going on, but during the summer when my schedule looks like a complete,
Oh.
everybody's, you get it.
I mean,
I love,
literally,
like, I
literally
call
this
always-
is my summer plan. And once school hits in August, this is all going to change again.
Right.
Because because
there are
I'll
there
have new
are
classes
people.
and a new schedule and new requirements, and I'm going to be the mentor of this peer advisory. Like everything shifts all the time,
Right.
so I have
There's
to
some
adjust.
people who like every single week is exactly the same, and it's because they're so structured. And I always call it planner porn. So like I'll watch it, and someone will be going through their week, and then they turn the next week, and you're just like, oh my god, it's so perfect, it's so great. Now, if you look at my planner, every single week looks like it came out of a different planner. So it's like I am really trying to experiment whether I will ever come down with a system that I use. But like you were saying, Molly, I need the dopamine boost. So every week I roll up my sleeves with excitement and I decide how am I going to do it this week, and it's fun, and that's what keeps the light bulbs
Right.
glowing for me.
So I hate to say it, but we only have a few minutes left, and I want to make sure we do a wrap up and do a few announcements. So first of all, it's so great to see you. As I said, I will be coming in on Mondays because Nikki can't. So if Nikki's not there on a Monday and I'm not at school, I'm doing some summer school things, I'll be here to help out Rob to talk about planners. I know I miss you guys. I'm going to try to go live once a week in the evening throughout the summer, but it's just, I get overwhelmed, and going on live can be, someone who is an introvert, being live is actually exhausting. And so I try to do it when it's authentic and I like want to hang out. And I
No,
That's
also
the
like,
most
we wanna
relatable
force you to
thing
do
you
it.
could ever say.
We want to force you to do it. We're gonna
well,
kidnap
I just
you
feel
for an
bad
hour.
because it's like I am trying to I love this community and I want to participate, but I also it's about finding balance and making sure that everything it's authentic, and I'm really I got something to say, and I don't want to just be online being all crazy, because I don't know that fills me with any sort of joy.
Right. You
That
don't want to be
isn't
background
judging-
static either.
That isn't judging anybody, because some people have different a category of joy.
We all
and so,
inspire each other. That's all we do. That's all we're meant to do.
And then I want to plug this Saturday at 10 o'clock. We're going to be talking about our book, which is James Baldwin's Go Tell It on the Mountain. Even if you haven't read it, please join the conversation. I think you're going to really love this conversation. This book is beautiful. Even if you read part of it, I encourage you to come and join the conversation. We are, as always, we're going to be journaling. It is our nod to Pride and our nod to Juneteenth as well. It's a real easy nod because James Baldwin is one of the greatest writers, American writers ever to have existed, I think. So I haven't read Go Tell It on the Mountain, so I want you to join us, join the conversation this Saturday. You can find all the info in my profile. And then, Rob, you want to talk about what you've got coming up?
Yeah. Okay. So last Friday, I dropped a new pack of downloadables, printables, digital images. The theme was vintage portraits. So I found these. I love to go into antique stores and I'll look through all the old antique photos, especially ones from the 1800s and early 1900s. And I take pictures, try to take as high res pictures as I can, and then I love to tweak them and turn them into something interesting. So I have a bunch of those on there. Plus, I also just for fun threw in some of my actual family history photos. So I've got my great grandpa's family from 1901. I mean, it's super, super cool. But I also curated them and then turned them into something interesting that I think could help inspire a planner page or a more so like an art journal or junk journal kind of page. So I have that. I also, as always, have my stickers. I have my stickers now up on on a TikTok shop connected with my account, but I'm having some issues with the shipping and not sure exactly how that is working. But you can go to my website, which is in all those links and everything are in my bio on my whatever. What do you call it? My
Linktree.
Yeah, I have a chirp thing that I have in there now on my profile page. There we go. That's the word I wanted. And so that's all free shipping. So if you want free shipping, go to my
So he buried
that
the
page.
lead, which is that on his website now, the shipping is free. And because we actually tried to set up the Wix to have affordable shipping, and they default to this weird number. And so we're still working at the kinks. So in the meantime, the shipping is free on Rob's website. Come on.
Yeah. And the downloadables, of course, are no shipping. You just get them downloaded and directly to your device. So that's my
good.
plug.
Thank you, Jenny. We might actually reach out to make sure.
Yeah.
All right. And then, Rob, what's the theme tomorrow?
The theme tomorrow. Let me pull that up here with Nikki. Okay, hang on. Bear with.
Thank you all for joining us. It's good to see you all. If you're in town, if you're going to be in Chicago on the weekend of July 18th, let me know.
Tomorrow is Toolbox Tuesday. So we're going to be talking about like tools and things that we love, favorite tools. If there's new things out there that we haven't discovered yet, let everybody share their finds and share their favorite kind of tools that they like to use. Down to anything, glue stick, what kind of eraser, what kind of paper punch do you have? All these kind of cool things. So that's one of the main things we're going to be talking about.
This would be a good one to post on YouTube, Rob. Can you post it on YouTube so people can go back and look at the tip? Is that okay, Molly?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I might try to make a video later if people seemed really interested in it.
Yes,
okay.
please make a video and let me know and we'll share it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be interested if people are interested in some of the things I do for IEPs. Like, I never know what.
It's a different group of people, but
Yes.
I kind of am in the middle of both.
Right.
And
I think Sherry is too.
Yeah, Sherry, exactly.
Yep.
She is too. I think her like what you do is more aligned with like who I teach, which is like middle school and high school.
Right.
Where she, I think, teaches much younger kids. So
right.
But yeah, same category of, I think all of the IEP stuff is incredibly helpful. And I think
something that anyone can adapt, so that's what's great about it. All right, guys, we're out of time. So thanks for joining us.
Thanks for letting me join on.
Molly.
Yeah, it was good to see you.
We'll see you guys with Nikki tomorrow.
All right, bye everybody.
Bye-bye.
Have a good week.